Hey y'all, it's your girl Corporate Carolyn, and I am trying to wrap up my work day before my husband gets home. And I had a thought of something that I wanted to share with you guys, because the fact that I'm wearing this dress is from I think maybe 2012 or whatever, and I bought it from White House Black Market when I used to work for a company. That's how I remember what year it was, and just the fact that I'm able to fit into it. And over the years, like I'm 58 right now, but over the years as I've worn it, there have been times where, like, the back fat was just majorly in the house, and like this little area right here, it looked like a little butt crack, and I would cover it up with my backpack because I only do backpack purses, and so I didn't want anybody to know, but that'll be our little secret. And then also, like, I would struggle with like fat that would try to pop out on the sides, and so those were some of the biggest challenges that I faced as I went from, I think, maybe about 45 and on, because as little pockets of fat would just accumulate, that's where they would wind up for me. Not as much around my waist, although I like to do things to create a waist, but my big problem areas are, like I said, fat being here. Oh, and then also like on your back, like under the bra strap, that really got my attention when fat started to try to spill over. And then I was like, oh no! That's like my mom. Because my mother, I would always notice the big pop of back fat. And I was like, I don't want that. I just don't want it. And so I just wanted to share with you guys the one big change that I made in order to eradicate the fat that was trying to make it look like a little butt between the center of my back, or to put big rolls of fat underneath my bra strap, and then also underneath your bra strap in the front, where you might notice, also a little bulge. So the biggest thing that I've done, one, is definitely keep the water going, and two, definitely keep the exercise going. Even if you don't exercise at all, just add in 10 minutes of walking a day. As long as you do more than what you're doing, you're going to experience some result over time. Not next week, not week after next, but over time. So you really have to be in it to win it, and you have to realize that it's a marathon. It's not just, like a sprint, because if you want to get the results that you want, you really got to be diligent. You were diligent when you were eating those chips and cookies and causing that fat to form on your back. Like for me, it was also Red Bull too. That was a problem. But what I wanted to say was, okay, so those two things, water, exercising on a regular basis. But number three, that has been a big game changer for me, the whole intermittent fasting. So your assignment is to Google or talk to your doctor and find the different areas of intermittent fasting that might work for you. Mine is I don't eat until after 12. At least, 7 days a week I do that. And then 5 days a week I don't eat after 8. So that's the choice of intermittent fasting that I follow. It's about a 12-hour plan, I think. A lot of times if I'm busy, it might be 12:30, it might be 1 o'clock, which I'm hoping offsets the fact that on the weekends I will eat after 8. That has been such a life-changing thing for me. And my dentist was telling me that there are other positive things that can happen as a result of intermittent fasting. So it's definitely something that you want to look into. That way you're eating only 2 meals a day, and you're not eating as much as you typically would. And I don't care what anybody tells you that your metabolism doesn't change after 40, 45 and beyond. I think they are lying, because my metabolism has changed constantly, meaning that I can eat less than what I used to eat and gain weight. So just take my word for that. You can't just like say, oh yeah, I used to eat a Big Mac and a large order of fries and a big Coke, and then I had a dessert and I didn't gain any weight. That metabolism goes away for the average person. So you need to be realistic. And as you start changing your diet, your taste will change, your ability to eat will change. And so like you just do things gradually. Like I used to, just get whatever cup or bowl I wanted to for cereal. That's the first meal that I eat with my intermittent fasting plan. I eat cereal, but I used to just grab whatever and, put the cereal in it. But over time I said, okay, well, a 16-ounce cup, that might be a little bit more than I really want to eat. And so then now I'm at that 12-ounce cup. And I stick with that every day. I don't waste calories by just randomly, eating an arbitrary amount of cereal. It's that 12 ounces or bust. And I make also little changes where, like back in the 80s, I switched from whole milk to 2% and then to 1%. And that's what I do now. And for those of you out there saying, oh, I don't eat dairy, that's great. If dairy doesn't agree with your system, but you better get some calcium somewhere, because you don't want, to be doubled over, as you age. And like I plan to keep my posture as long as I can, and I do a calcium supplement as well. But definitely your assignment, your takeaway is to go look up intermittent fasting and see if you can get it in your life, because I believe a little intermittent fasting, throw a little exercise in there. You don't have to be working out 2 hours a day, 5 days a week like some crazy person, or working out on the weekends for 45 minutes, Saturday and Sunday like another crazy person I know. Don't know who that would be. You don't have to do all of that. It doesn't have to be all that, but you do need to do more than probably what you're doing, especially if you're sedentary. And I am sedentary. I'm sitting here most of the day. So if that's the case for you and you're not doing a whole lot, you got to get something going. You got to get some intermittent fasting going. You got to drink some water. And I don't mean like water with a sweetener added to it. Get used to drinking regular water, and it's going to make such a difference in your life, especially if you are over 40, and really if you're over 50. But just wanted to share that before I go and close out my day. But hopefully that helps. If you guys have any questions, let me know and I'll be happy to share more. But until then, have a good one. Bye.